Ella Emhoff, the 26-year-old fashion darling and stepdaughter of Vice President Kamala Harris, has long been celebrated for her unyielding commitment to androgynous elegance, a style that borrows unapologetically from the boys' wardrobe to craft looks that are equal parts sharp and subversive. Her wardrobe choices, think impeccably tailored Thom Browne suits, Proenza Schuller separates, and Diane Keaton-esque blazers tossed over straight-leg jeans, have become synonymous with a cool, intellectual femininity that defies traditional expectations. These outfits aren't just clothes, they're statements of identity, armor against the relentless scrutiny that comes with her high-profile lineage and burgeoning career as a model and knitwear designer. Emhoff's aesthetic has positioned her as a quiet revolutionary in the fashion world, blending preppy sophistication with a tomboy edge that resonates in an era craving authenticity over artifice. Yet, on a crisp autumn evening in New York City, Emhoff shattered her own mold in a way that sent ripples through the style set. Arriving at the Wall Street Journal's Innovator Awards, a glittering affair honoring visionaries across industries, she stepped out in a gown that was the antithesis of her usual uniform. A sultry, utterly sheer black lace number from the visionary label Helsa. This wasn't a subtle pivot, it was a full-throated embrace of vulnerability and allure. The unlined fabric, delicate as spider silk, clung to her frame like a second skin, revealing every contour with audacious transparency. Beneath it, nothing but a barely there black thong, a deliberate flash of intimacy that turned the red carpet into her personal runway. Slung casually over one shoulder was Gucci's GG emblem shoulder bag, a nod to old-world luxury, while her feet were elevated by sleek black leather Jimmy Choo Staz pumps, towering sentinels that elongated her silhouette to goddess-like proportions. The choice was electric, a head-turner that had photographers scrambling and insiders whispering. Emhoff, arm-in-arm with her boyfriend Charlie Vessell, a low-key creative whose presence added an air of effortless coupledom, moved through the crowd with the poise of someone who knows she's rewriting her own narrative. Vessell, dressed in an understated black suit that complemented her daring ensemble without overshadowing it, provided the perfect foil, supportive, steady, and utterly smitten. Their joint appearance wasn't just a date night, it was a power duo moment, underscoring Emhoff's ability to blend personal romance with public reinvention. As flashes popped around them, it was clear this wasn't mere fashion, it was a declaration. Emhoff, who has navigated the treacherous waters of nepotism accusations and public eye fatigue since her family's ascent, was reclaiming her body, her style, and her story on her terms. To understand the magnitude of this shift, one must delve into Emhoff's sartorial history, a tapestry woven from threads of rebellion and refinement. Her entry into the fashion fray was nothing short of meteoric. Fresh out of the Pratt Institute, where she honed her skills in textile design, Emhoff caught the eye of industry titans during the 2021 Met Gala. That night, she arrived in a custom Chris Offaly gown for Thom Browne, crystal-embellished and sheer, yes, but tempered by oversized paper-bag waist pants that evoked a playful, almost childlike whimsy. It was a look that screamed, "I'm here but on my rules," blending exposure with exaggeration to keep things firmly in her comfort zone. Since then, her red carpet rotations have been a masterclass in menswear mastery, plaid double-breasted blazers over contrasting check midi skirts at events like the WWD Honors, or straight-leg jeans paired with yet another checked blazer for daytime philanthropy summits. Even her casual off-duty moments, strolling through Soho or grabbing coffee in Brooklyn, lean into this aesthetic with oversized button-downs, wide-leg trousers, and the occasional ironic graphic tee. This lace gown, however, marked a seismic departure. Helsa, the Brooklyn-based brand known for its intricate lacework and body-positive ethos, provided the perfect canvas for Emhoff's experiment. The dress's design, floor-length with intricate floral motifs that danced across her skin, was both romantic and raw, a gothic fairy tale reimagined for the modern age. The sheerness wasn't accidental, it was intentional provocation, echoing the boundary-pushing spirit of designers like Schiaparelli or early John Galliano, who reveled in the tension between concealment and revelation. By opting for minimal undergarments, Emhoff transformed the gown from mere attire into a manifesto. Vulnerability as strength, exposure as empowerment. It's a move that aligns with broader cultural currents, where women in the spotlight, from Zendaya's archival Versace moments to Rihanna's sheer Met Gala gowns, are increasingly using their bodies to challenge the male gaze, turning objectification on its head. But what sparked this evolution? Fashion insiders speculate it could be a confluence of factors. At 26, Emhoff is at a crossroads, Her knitwear line, Soft Hands, has garnered cult status for its chunky, sculptural sweaters that marry craftsmanship with conceptual art, earning her spots in Vogue spreads and collaborations with brands like Fendi. She's no longer the presidential kid. She's a force in her own right, with a solo exhibition under her belt and a growing Instagram following that skews toward the creatively curious. Perhaps this lace look signals maturity, a willingness to explore the feminine spectrum she once skirted. Or maybe it's seasonal whimsy, a night off from the suiting, as one stylist quipped, allowing her to dip into sensuality without fully abandoning her roots. After all, just the night before the Wall Street Journal event, Emhoff had channeled her inner prepster at the WWD Honors, proving her menswear allegiance runs deep. The Wall Street Journal Innovator Awards themselves provided fertile ground for such a statement. Held in a soaring Manhattan venue, the evening drew a constellation of boundary breakers, tech disruptors in sleek minimalism, artists in avant-garde layers, and philanthropists in jewel-toned gowns. Emhoff, honored for her innovative contributions to sustainable textiles, fit right in, but her attire amplified her presence. As she networked with the likes of Anna Wintour and tech moguls, the lace whispered secrets. Innovation isn't just about ideas, it's about daring to bare one's soul. Conversations buzzed around her, some praising the gown's craftsmanship, others dissecting its audacity. It's like she's saying, "I've got the suits down, now watch me unravel," one attendee noted. Vessell's proud glances only heightened the intimacy, a reminder that behind the flashbulbs lies a real relationship, one that's weathered the peculiarities of public life. Emhoff's personal journey adds layers to this moment. Born to Kirsten Emhoff and filmmaker Jay Emhoff, she entered the White House orbit via her stepmother's historic vice presidency, a role that thrust her into a fishbowl of expectations. Early on, she leaned into menswear as protection, a uniform that said, "artist, not political prop."